This is part two. If you hadn't figured out, I kind of forgot some of these things on the first go through. So I'm just kind of letting it hang out. Because there's a lot on my chest and in my heart, and I am, as we said earlier, mad as hell, and I just ain't going to take it no more. Because that's what we're going to do. We're not taking it anymore. You think you own us? You really do. You think you're that smart. Watch what we can do when we come together. Because this president has been dividing us among race, economic value, genitalia, you name it, but that's the only way he can win, by getting little packets of malcontents who think they're owed something. Just because you breathe doesn't mean anything's owed to you. Now, Christian, I got a little bone to pick with you too. We always allow the left to use one issue to divide us. Abortion. Now, I want you to take a new look at this thing because you think you're doing good. I know you do. Me, I'm pro-choice, and I'm a Christian. Because to me, there again, I listen to Christ. Was he concerned about my body or my soul? Just because a body's live, if it has no soul, what value is that? So now, the next time you think about it, you be that baby in the womb of a crack addict that's going to be born into poverty. You be that baby. But you think about what it's going to see, not what you saw. Different picture, isn't it? Now, I'm not, and it is indeed between them and their maker, not me. I don't judge. But what is crueler? To not have a soul tortured from the moment it's born till it's dead by poverty, drug addiction, abuse, or to prevent it. What would Christ do? I really don't know. But I know this. I don't have a problem the first 3 months. Not a problem at all. Because you will be judged by your maker, not me, or any other Christian. They're not going to be at the gates waiting for you. And if you think you've sinned, maybe you did. But then again, God's will is God's will, so they say. I don't condone it. I don't want it. First 3 months, like I said, no harm, no foul. Second 3, you better have an excuse. And yes, if you're going to bring a sick child in this world and you have a family, it's going to cause distress unless that family is all behind you. And you don't think you have biblical reasons to go that way? Go read, I think it's Romans, where the Apostle Paul is talking about the makeup of the family, the roles of the father, the mother, and so forth and so on. Excuse me, what did he say there? He said, if you perceive a threat, it must be sent away. Now, I don't condone it. Life is precious. But then again, as a Christian, why do I want to stay here any longer than necessary? Pretty screwed up in my eyes. That's all I know. And I don't want those mothers hurting that abort their babies, and they will feel pain. They give them up for adoption, they feel just as much pain. Where's that baby? Why didn't my mother love me? I'm not saying go for it. Let's heal our families. That's how we'll stop the abortion madness. And it is madness. But anyone condones an abortion after 6 months for other than the mother's health. They're not human. They are animals. And I've got no respect for them whatsoever. Terrible. And of course, your president voted to allow a baby that survived an abortion to be left to die. Now that's compassion. That's a man that really loves America, isn't it? No, he isn't. Time to get serious, don't you think? Because that's a serious issue. I just want the conversation over. And while I'm at it, women, you want responsibility, accountability, and authority? You want the responsibility and the authority. You just don't want the accountability for it, you rapid abortionist or whatever. You see, the difference between a man and a woman in this regard is this. I just want equality. If you can have that baby aborted without my permission, then why is a man obligated to pay for it if you decide not to keep it? Does that sound equal to you? Oh, it never happens. Oh, au contraire. I actually had an administrative assistant where I worked do that. Went out on her one night bar hopping so she could have a baby. Didn't matter who the father was. Once she got pregnant, she went for the rich one. Turned out it wasn't him. I was disgusted, to be honest about you ladies. You need to clean your act up. That's disgusting. And of course, it was the other guy, so she went to court, and now he had to pay child support. Oh, one night stand. Wonderful. He had no knowledge. You know how that story ended? That child reached the age of 18, and then his mom died. I wonder if his father was even in his life. I don't know. But all I know is this. You need to clean up your act, because that's bullshit, and you know it. Grow up. Please. We need you. And you are special. So Latinos, blacks, and single women, you need to come home to us. Because we've got your back. All they want is your vote. We have your back, and we will carry you on it to victory. Trust me. Enough said. Now maybe I can have some rest, and the higher power won't be kicking my ass to do things like this. Personally, I'd rather be living in the country somewhere, alone, away from these idiots. Divine intervention makes sure I don't have that opportunity, so I've accepted it. I guess that's the reason I have this voice. Now I want you to remember one thing. You are an American, and you cannot be defeated. They may kill you, but we'll just come back in ghostly spirits and taunt these assholes from now till eternity. Buck up, toughen up, and let's go kick some liberal ass.
The 23rd Psalm by King David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guides me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely, goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever.